Hi all, today I'm gonna share you a dish which can be used as a breakfast or which can be taken as a dinner also. So this is a Kerala dish called puttu, but usually it is prepared with rice powder, but today I'm gonna prepare it with suji or rava. So this one is actually very good for health because we will not be using any oil for this. It is a steamed dish, so it's very good for health and yet it very tasty also. We will be making a side dish for this. So first I have taken roasted rava and I have put the salt also. Now we have to soak this in water and make prepare the it's not batter, but we have to make a soaked suji for this puttu. So I'll show you how to make that. So we have roasted the rava and then I have added the salt. Now slowly we have to put the water. We should not make it watery. If more water we are putting, then the put will turn out to be harder. We need a soft put. So the water consistency is very important in this. So let's mix the salt first. Now slowly we will add the water. We need to make sure that it doesn't stick. Okay. Big chunks of rava should not stick to each other. Then our put will turn out harder. We don't want that. We want the soft put. So if you have experience with rice puttu, this is a bit different. Rava puttu will be a bit different. How we are making this, it will be a bit different. So the main thing we are doing here is we are simply we are trying to soften our suji. While making this, patience is the key, because if we are putting more water, then the put will not turn out good. Okay, now we have put the water and this is the thing that we are going for. See, this is soaked in water, but it is not sticking to each other. So this should be the consistency you should go for. Okay. So once this consistency is reached, what we have to do is we have to press it together, not forcefully, but slowly we should press it together so that this batter should rest for 2 to 3 minutes and the water will be soaked into the rava. For that we need to keep it like this. You should not press with force, then it will not be good. So just softly you need to make like this and keep it aside for 2 to 3 minutes. By the time we should boil the water to cook this one. So we should start that. So let it rest for 2 to 3 minutes. So this is the pot that we are using for making puttu. So this is in Kerala we call it as puttugudam, but if you don't have this pot, doesn't matter. You can, if you have any idli pot or any of the steamer, if you have, you can make it. But the thing is, the shape will not be there. You can just cook it as a powder form also. It doesn't matter. But I am using this one. So in this pot I have put water for boiling, and the rest of the pot is this part, you can see. So this is a tube form. So we'll be putting this one so that the steam will come inside. So it will be like this. So once the water is boiled, I'll be putting this soaked rava in this one with coconut, and then I'll be putting this one here, and then after 2 to 3 minutes it will be ready. That's how I cook put. So I'll show you. So I have freshly grated coconut here, and the batter that we kept for resting is ready. So now what we have to do is we have to again split this one. And one thing you need to make sure that this rava, it get dried out very easily. So we need to make sure that it's not the water should not be less also. So if you feel like it is dry, then you can simply sprinkle some water and then again soak it a bit. So I feel this one is a bit dry now. So what I will do, I will simply sprinkle a bit of water. And then there should not be any big chunks of rava stick together. Then it will cook as it is, and then our put will not turn out soft. That's the main concern with this. It should not be hard, because with rava puttu it's easy to get hard. So we should make sure that the water consistency is the key to this. So we need to make sure that that's the only thing here. Otherwise it's very easy to cook. It just takes 2 to 3 minutes to cook. But it depends upon your pot also. In my pot I usually take 3 minutes max to max. So now this is fine. So first what I will do, I'll put some grated coconut here inside, and then I'll put this soaked rava. You can put 2 handful. You should not press it. It should, you just have to put it freely, and then again a bit of grated coconut. You just have to repeat the same process. 2 handful of rava, and then again you have to fill this. Now my water is boiled. Now I'll be closing this one, and then we can put here. So once this is done, the steam will be coming out of this place. Okay, so that's the measurement of time that you have to check. So usually whichever pot you are using, you have to check whether the steam is coming out. So once it's cooked, the steams will start to come out. So let's wait for that. Okay, so now the steam started to come. I'm not sure whether you can see it in the video or not, but the steam is coming. So now I'm going to take it out. So I'm taking it out. Let's see whether it's cooked or not. Okay, I'm gonna take out the put now. So what we are doing, we are simply pressing from the back side so that it will come out easily. So it's cooked perfectly and it's very hot, but I will show you how soft it turned out. Can you see? It's very hot. See how easily it breaks. It's very easy to make and it's very good for health. And if you have a good side dish for this, you can use any pulses for it. So today I'm gonna show you horse gram curry for this. We can use green moong dal also. It's a good combination with this. You can use any of the curry that you prefer. It's very easy to make, and if you see, this is the consistency of the batter that we were looking for, because of the correct consistency of the rava, we got the soft put. Otherwise it would turn out hard. So we have to make sure it goes to this consistency, easily breakable, and there is no big chunks of rava also. Okay, now I'll show you a side dish for the put that we made. So I'm using extra virgin olive oil. So we will be measuring our oil in this. So I'll be using 1 cup of oil for whichever dishes I am using. So I believe it is a teaspoon of oil. So we will not be putting any more oil in this. This is the final amount of oil that we are going to use in the complete dish. So now I have cut 3 medium size onions here. So I'll be putting that. And some curry leaves. Now let's try this. Let's put a bit of salt so that this onions will cook faster. And once you put the salt, the onions will start to leave water so that it won't be burnt. Because we are using less oil, we need to do some adjustment like this. So let's try this. And meanwhile, I have cooked 2 small glasses of horse gram already with salt and turmeric powder. So this is just cooked with salt and turmeric powder. It's already cooked. So what I did is I soaked horse gram for 4 hours approximately, and then I cooked for 4 whistles. In my pressure cooker it was 4 whistles. It depends upon your cooker also. So I cooked it nicely, if you see. So once the onions are done, we'll put some spices, and then we'll be putting this horse gram into that. It's a very simple curry. So let's the onions fry now. Okay, so now our onion is fried. So this is crushed red chili. You can use it according to your taste. If you want spicy, you can take up to 7 to 9 red chilies, and if you want less spicy, it's according to you, how much ever you want. So I'm putting red chili according to my taste. I like spicy, so I'm putting a bit, like 7 to 8 I have crushed. Now let's fry this as well. We will not be putting any more masalas into this. It's very a simple curry. It has a mild taste, so it's only spiced with red chilies, and then turmeric is there. That is all. If you want other masalas, you can put garam masala or any of other masalas you can put. So let me tell you, horse gram is actually can be considered as a superfood. It is very good for health. It helps to lose the weight also. So I feel it is an underrated food. I personally love horse gram. And the main good thing is we are not using much oil in this, just a teaspoon of oil. So in my YouTube channel, I will be creating a playlist with 1 teaspoon oil recipes, which all will have only a teaspoon of oil. We will be preparing the dish with that. And let me guarantee you that it will not compromise the taste. It will be as tasty as we are preparing normally. So I usually see a lot of YouTube videos of street foods and all that, even though I cannot eat it, but I usually watch that. So in that, the sellers will be putting a big chunk of butter, or they will be putting a lot of oil. So I will be wondering why that much of oil is needed. Because if it is for taste, we don't need that much of oil. is it just spoils our health if you are using a lot of oil and lot of butter. So if we can get the same taste with less oil, there is nothing like that. So I usually try to put less oil in my dishes because I felt I can reproduce the same taste. I'm not talking about the fried food because we cannot avoid oil in that, but I do not prefer fried food that much now. So if I am putting normal, like if I am making normal curries and all that, I'll be using most probably max to max 2 teaspoons of oils, not much, not more than that. Usually I use 1 teaspoon, and I do not think it compromises the taste. And you can have without oil also. Let's increase the flame a bit and fry this for 30 seconds maybe. Okay, now this is done. So I'll be putting this cooked horse gram. So I have put a little bit of salt also because salt was less. Now let's mix this and boil it for 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, max to max. So the masala, everything mixed together nicely. And you can check the salt. If it is less, you can add it. It is a very easy recipe. If you want water, you can add this, but I am preferring it in this way. Now let's check the salt. I feel it a bit less, so I'll be adding that. Let's mix the salt. Let's leave it for boil for 2 minutes and then our curry is ready. Okay, now it's cooked perfectly. We can have this with our food. Thank you. So this is how it looks. Our tasty dish is ready. You can have it for breakfast, or if you prefer any time you can have it. It's quite healthy. Thank you.